All factory progress, side by side. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla weekend. So I've been doing 90-second versions of this for Lars over at Best in Tesla since the beginning of the year, and it's good. It's been a lot of fun, and I've met some really neat people. But I do get a complaint every now and then saying there's just not enough to cover. Maybe weekly's too much. So we're going to be doing that monthly. But over here, we're going to do it weekly because there is a lot to cover. Just can't do it in 90 seconds. And if you want to go even deeper than I'm going, you got to watch Joe Tetmeyer's videos. You got to watch Jeff's videos. You can watch Woo-Wah and Jason Yang in Shanghai. You can watch Tobias and Wolfpack in Berlin. They all do fantastic work. And some of them even let me use their material. Oh, and Brad. Don't forget about Brad in Texas. So, let's get started. In Shanghai, the building on the west is done. It's done. There's really nothing to see. Won't need to cover it anymore, probably. The extension in the northwest corner, same kind of deal. It's closing off. It's almost closed. Looking good. At the very northwest, next to the utility building, there is something tall going up. And I'm showing it as best I can. The footage isn't ideal. That building in the north central, it's at the stage where they're getting it hooked up and implemented, even though we don't know what's going in there. It's very small, but it has an outrageous amount of HVAC units on the roof. And of course, that sky bridge in the north central corridor, that's done. That's done. We won't cover that again. So let's head over to Berlin, where at the north of the site, we can see piling work has resumed to extend the stamping area. The solar on the roof, not much to cover because it is, for now at least, done, but here's a nice, pretty look at it. Of course, on the west side, they've got a drainage area, a water management kind of area, and they've put more grass in there that they're looking forward to killing right away. They've hydroseeded it, now they're sodding it. I don't know, man. Keep it alive. That's my advice. The parking lot in the south is getting more pavement done. Still has some more to go. A few weeks more of progress on that to keep track of. Hopefully that gets done. I've seen complaints that, well, it takes them forever to get it done. Yeah, Texas moves a lot quicker, and they have to tear it up and do it again. I think every piece of parking lot outside of the building in Texas has been reworked at least once, some of it more than that. On the roof of the Motorworks building, there's a lot of ducting being added, so whatever was being produced in there, they're producing more in there. So that's very interesting. We'll keep an eye on that. The 4680 building is like 98%, 99% closed off now. There's just some loading dock doors to be added, a couple more roof panels to go on, and, a little bit of windows here and there, some that have been left open for loading in material. There's a retaining wall of sorts going in at the southeast corner. That's kind of interesting. I'm not sure what that's about. And across the street, there's a lot of clearing and grading over by the train yard. Over by the rail yard, where they have been loading in all kinds of stuff, mostly dirt, but they also brought in the concrete columns and pillars and whatnot via train. This may be a city project. I believe this is outside of the footprint of the actual Tesla site, but we'll keep an eye on it. The concrete poured to the south of the Motorworks has been cleared out, and it's curing. So whatever's going to go up there is going to go up soon. It may just be for parking and loading of heavy materials. Now, there's been a rumor of a high scrap rate of the mega castings in Berlin. Now, looking over by the building, they all look good to me. But there's a bunch more along the east-west road to the north of the site, and some more on the north-south road next to the 4680 building. And those don't look quite as good to me. Those look like they may all be, in fact, scrap. You can pause and look at them closer. You can go to Tobias Lin's channel and see for yourself. They may not be usable. So they've got some dialing in to do. On the castings, perhaps. There's a new tent and that's gone up, and it's complete. It's just, more sprung structures. The sprinkler building that's near the retention pond, the concrete's been poured for that, finally. And the retention ponds themselves are shaping up, looking good. And the new loading lot at the northeast has been paved, mostly. Heading over to Texas, we can see the windows. The east side, for the entrance there, are mostly done. They've generally tidied up the site quite a bit, mostly due to Cyber Roundup, I imagine, but it's looking good. And hopefully the last bit of parking rework on the northwest corner. This should be just about all of it. And a lot more landscaping has gone in, yet more plants and shrubs and trees and grass to kill. The main parking lot now has a second loading lot, which will be great. It can handle hundreds of cars at a time, maybe a dozen car loaders. And this hill at the south of the site is still getting taller. They haven't been compacting it. Joe Tetmeyer pointed out that they have not been compacting it, so they've been just kind of putting the dirt here. And to give you an idea of how tall it is, those are full-size trees next to it. It's almost as tall as the trees around it. The cathode building has got more roof, floors have been poured, and they've been working on exterior attachments for the exterior wall panels to go on. The switchyard is in a holding pattern, awaiting permits. Once those are issued, they can move forward with building the permanent switchyard. And on the rooftop, the solar panels are expanding, however slowly. And it doesn't look like much has been done week to week, but it's because the roof is gigantic. So real quick, a huge thanks to my Patreons who get early access, bonus content, direct dialogue with me, all kinds of good stuff, and at the $10 level and above, a look at my 11-year production prediction tracker, which is always getting a little bit more math. So what did I miss or misunderstand? Leave me all your thoughts below, your ideas, your brilliance, your wisdom. And stay tuned, stay juicy. I can't wait to hear from you clever robots. Maybe tomorrow with an update on the cathode building? That's an idea.